No.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Good morning, everybody. We are live. I've got just about a full panel with me today. This is good stuff. We've got some old friends that are back with us. We got lots of people here. Everybody's very much alert and awake today. So good morning, everybody. Welcome to Caliber Corner. This is podcast number 215, season 4.5, roughly. And again, we're just going to go check out and see if there's any decent deals on firearms out there to be had at this point. You might be able to pick something up locally, but the truth is that the shipping at this point, you might not get it by December 25th or whenever you want it, but we can help you save some money and just see what's for sale out there. So I got some tabs preloaded. We're just going to do some general scanning and stuff and just see what people are shopping for, things that people have purchased recently. So I think we'll go ahead and get started. So let's let the panel introduce themselves. It's going to take a while. We got a lot of panelists here today. And then after that, we'll give a little shout out on the YouTube side, and then we'll thank some of our sponsors. So let's go ahead and just start off to my right with Single Shot. Single Shot, how you doing, brother?
Doing good. Getting rained on, getting rained on out here in mid Ohio. Headed back from the state of Maine here. But,
yeah.
I haven't really looked at too much so far. Just that TCA 8387. I've been trying to find one of those. And thanks for the information on that too, by the way, Travis. But I hope everybody has a great day, and I'm going to be rolling here in just a little bit as soon as I finish breakfast myself and get going.
Cool. Looks like Kingpin's posted a link to your channel, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right, Kingpin? Single Shot's channel. So it's single space shot exclamation point. If you guys want to go check it out, go over there and like and subscribe. Lots of cool reloading information. Lots of just great videos in general. So make sure you check it out. So, all right. Well, hopefully you find yourself that TC-83 and you get that picked up. If you guys don't know what that is, it's a break action rifle that's got 2 triggers on it. And you had mentioned one's a set trigger and the other one is the regular trigger, right?
Right. Yeah,
they came chambered in
the other. You can use the primary trigger, but it's got a lot heavier pull.
And they're cool. You can swap out calibers, and I was seeing 30-06, 243, 223 Remington. It's pretty sweet. They've got interchangeable barrels, which is really nice. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Also got a good price tag to go along with it.
Yeah.
What's $1,500, right? It's a holidays. It's a holidays. Yeah, there you go. All right, man. Well, I'm glad you're with us, and we'll see what we can do here today as we do a little bit of shopping. So, all right. Also joining in, he's been with us pretty much since day one. We got AWAG 1000 in the house. AWAG, what's going on, man? What are you doing?
How's it going, people? I am your personal certified forklift stunt driver number 2, because we have a forklift stunt driver number 1 in here as well.
That's Squib Lift, aka Squib Load.
Yep. OSHA, come find me. I'll be doing absolute stunt flips with a forklift probably this Sunday. I'm just kidding.
You're supposed to say you're one person. You're supposed to say OSHA, catch me outside, right?
Yeah, OSHA, catch me outside. I'm certified.
OSHA, catch me outside. Watch them show up. They'll be there with their little yellow hard hats on and their clipboards and stuff.
Dude, you're like, yo, OSHA, watch this.
We tracked you through your MAC address on your computer and found out where you work. So
cool.
That's my OSHA impersonation. I've never seen OSHA in real life. I don't think they really exist. I think it's just a shadow.
Dare I ask, how did you earn that title?
I've done plenty of stunts on a forklift.
That's scary, man. Those things are kind of weird weighting, a little tippy, little unstable. They're not meant to be ramped, AWAG.
Most of your tiny forklifts weigh close to 10,000 pounds.
Oh, God, that's insane. So let's move 10,000 pounds of volatile machinery around. No, I'm just messing with you. Anyway, man, so check out AWAG's channel. He's got a lot of good content too, lots of cool shooting videos and so on. And again, you can learn quite a bit from these channels. Everybody here's got a great channel. What you guys like, subscribe to everybody. And again, it's always good to have AWAG with us. So welcome back for another week.
Welcome back for another week. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. All right, also joining in, we've got Squib Load. Squib Load, how's it going? Are you highly caffeinated yet?
He's probably stunting a forklift.
No, not enough to find the damn tab. I got 500 tabs open. I'm multitasking like crazy this morning.
That's all right, man. That's all right.
Well, if you ask me something and I don't answer, I could be in another room.
Somebody's doing some last minute shopping. I think he's got to take care of business here so that there's something under the tree for all 10 of his kids. And there you go.
Can you fit a water heater under a tree?
Oh, absolutely. Just put it on its side and set the tree on top. That's all you got to do. Yeah. There you go.
All right.
Dude, not fun. Now, that's one of the things I do not miss about being a homeowner is little things like rupturing water heaters and, sewer line backups and falling branches and all that fun stuff. So, all right, man. Well, anyway, check out Squiblow's channel. He's got some really cool reviews, got some great coffee reviews, and just fun videos to watch in general. Some sweet little factory tours you guys can check out. So head on over to the Squiblow channel, and you're good to go. All right. Also joining in, we got Defense Dad. Defense Dad, how you doing today? You doing good? Is that coffee kicking in?
It will.
It will.
Yeah.
So give us a little teaser here. What's coming up on your channel? What do you got?
Honestly, I haven't done anything lately. I'm waiting after Christmas. My schedule comes back down to normal. I can start doing stuff again.
Yes. Yeah. So let's see. Did you want to mention that little purchase you made recently? Or you're going to keep that as a secret for your next video? Have you done a video on it yet? Because I haven't received notifications.
Oh, I think that's one of the deals that's out there right now. So, I bought a Star 9.
They are $219 after manufacturer rebate. I've got it ready to go on gun.deal so we can show it to you. By the way, I'm not endorsed or paid by any of the companies that we're going to be talking about today. These are just places where I go to save money. And I'll show you some really easy ways to type in whatever firearm you're looking for, and it will take you there and show you the current market prices. And I found some really good deals. So and Defense Dad's got that Star 9 video he'll be putting out here. It's hard for us to get out to the range because, for one thing, it's freezing out. And two, it gets dark by the time we all get off of work. So we can't go unless we wanted to go to the indoor range. And, that's kind of iffy with filming and stuff. So,
well, I'm still getting one day off a week. So it's not been conducive to getting stuff done.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. Cool. And he's been with us a lot out in the comments, and now he's back with us this morning. So, Kingpin, what are you doing, man? Are you going to take a little break from work to say hello?
Yeah, I've got the morning off. I got to work later today, but I got the morning off, so I figured.
Dude, thanks for being with us. You could have slept in today,
Yeah, I did sleep in. I woke up at 6 today instead of 5:30.
That sounds exactly like me. I tend to wake up about 4:15 and I kind of lay around till about 5 and then I get up and get going. Of course, I go to bed at 9. So for me, 6 or 7 hours of sleep is normal. So I know exactly how you feel, man. I hear you, brother. So anyway, check out Kingpin's channel. He's got a lot of good stuff over there, all kinds of fun videos to check out. And he's very much an advocate of us gun tubers, always promoting our channels and getting the addresses out there for people. And it's good to have you back, Kingpin. You've been with us for a long time, dude. Appreciate it, man. All right. And last but not least, we've got the one who strikes at night. We've got Night Strike. Night Strike, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Good. I struck at night last night, and I saw the first ever dual wielded Mosins last night.
Wow, like 44s, Mosin 40.
Yeah, dual
wield M44s.
Yes,
that sounds like a wrist breaker, man. That's almost kind of hazardous,
AWAG performed the stunt. It was impressive.
Let me guess, you can probably do that in Call of Duty, right? You can dual wield Mosins in Call of Duty. Is that right?
The only issue with dual wielding M44s is the fact that reloading is kind of a pain.
What's that?
Reloading is kind of a pain.
Yeah, you have to have some assistance on something like that. I would think it's good to have a helper on standby that can cycle the bolts for you, and
No, I told him we could cut the stocks down and the barrels down to make it an Obrez style pistol. Then that make it easier. And he goes, no, it wouldn't make the reloading any easier.
Yeah. Oh man, that'd be cool. So you guys are gonna put that out. Is that gonna be done as a short also?
Yeah, it might be, or I might just make it.
That would be cool. Nighttime dual wielding M44s in the dark.
I shot my M44 last night. It's good. Rifle's good.
Yeah.
And I shot the M14 last night too.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I gotta get my Mosin out. I haven't shot it in probably close to 2 years. So
AWAG really liked the M14.
Did it cycle well?
Oh yeah,
except for the very last round. The very last round in the magazine did not want a chamber.
Yeah, I think I might have to get some better magazines for it.
What were you running for ammo? Were you running steel case or what?
Yeah, steel case.
Okay. Cool. And that was in the Norinco? Is that what I'm thinking of? Is that what that is?
Polytech.
Or the Polytech. Okay, sorry. All right, sweet. Good deal. Yeah. Well, let's give a little shout out to people on the well, hold on a second. So Night Strike, you got a show that you do. Why don't you tell us about this little program that you host on Tuesday nights?
Well, when I'm able to do them, I do hit or miss Tuesday nights 9 o'clock, and when I'm able to do it, I do the Friday night strike at Friday.
Yeah.
Just last night I didn't have time because, well, after we got done shooting, I kind of just crashed.
That's all right, man. Good. So make sure you guys check it out. It's a very cool show. I've been on a couple episodes of it, and if you want, you can go look at the back catalog if you just want something to entertain you or just some fun stuff to listen to. There's a lot of great episodes out there. So, all right. So let's give a little shout out on the YouTube side. But first, we've got a new viewer out there who goes by the name of Midnight Range TM. He says, first time viewer here. What is this show all about? We're about freedom and liberty, and we're all about finding some really good deals on firearms and talking about products and ammo and who knows,
like
Mr. Midnight Range
forklifts too.
To forklifts. We talk about, sometimes we just go down a rabbit hole and start talking about breakfast sandwiches. You said talking about corners, I see. Countertop corners. Oh, I featured lots of countertop corners in my videos, Midnight Range. People who grow corn. No, we don't grow corn, but we are interested in learning how. Let's see, the kind of corners that Kingpin and Patriot in the dark work, maybe. I don't know about what those gentlemen do in their off time, but this is America, and a person can enjoy whatever freedoms and liberties they so choose. So there you go. All right, so give a little shout out to Gunmetal Guy USA, Kingpin out there and over here, Colleen Webster, who's spamming us right now, New York Outcast, Gizzard Gary, Sam of Anarchy 92, New York Outcast is with us, Chris Bullis is out there, Ozzy Orsborn says, good morning, everybody. Who is it? Somebody said Merry Christmas. Sam of Anarchy 92 says, Merry Christmas to you all. Merry Christmas to you too, buddy. Mountain View's out there, Squiblift's out there, Gunmetal Guy USA, Gizzard Gary's just joined in. We'll get back to Giz here in a sec.
I was wondering why I smelled fried chicken.
Yeah, there you go. Some breakfast sandwiches, some chicken breakfast biscuits. Scott 79's out there also. M. Gabriel was the first person to join in this morning. Watt 75 was out there. X Adam 1's in the house. Tacos and French fries. Man, we got a big crowd this morning. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. And I think hopefully I didn't miss anybody. Fluffy 10mm Jeep guys in the house. Also, today's sponsor is SS Pawn, located in Lexington, Nebraska. Make sure you guys stop in SS Pawn, and you better hurry up because Stan, the owner, is retiring January 1st. So get into SS Pawn, say hello to Stan, check it out. Lexington, Nebraska is about halfway across the state on Interstate 80. You take the exit off to go into Lexington. SS Pawn is right there. Stop in there, say hello to Stan, and SS Pawn will take care of your firearms needs. Also, rnldisplays.com. These make fantastic Christmas presents. Now, RNL Displays is not a direct sponsor of the channel, but they did send me this example to show off on the channel and test, and it's been running really well. It's been running well. You can take off the magazine, and it does have a wall mount that comes with it, so you can wall mount your firearm if you want to. And if this wasn't a rental, I do that. You get different finishes and different types of wood that you can choose from. They also make these. Yes, they take Glock mags. You can put your PCCs on one of these stands. You can also get some of their pistol stands, so make sure you check it out. Use a discount code TravisP11 and you will get 10% off your order. Again, I get no kickbacks from any of that. This is just me promoting a good business, veteran-owned, American-owned, and we've had really good quality with that stand. It's been great. I did take it off because I wanted to kind of change the background a little bit and kind of mix it up. I've had the same background, same type of background for like 4.5 years. It's time to mix it up a little bit. Also joining us, Gizzard Gary. Gizzard Gary, how is your morning going, sir?
Well, so far, so good. Thanks for having me.
Right. Now, you got a little YouTube channel. What's your channel all about? What can we expect if we head over there?
Well, right now it's mostly live stuff. I do two programs a week, one on Friday nights at 8 p.m. called Foul Territory, and then I get up early on Sunday morning, or semi-early. And at 9 o'clock, we do the early bird chat, which is just a 4-hour open lobby type thing. Other than that, I do guns and gear reviews, typically leaning towards the budget-minded and from the aspect of an older shooter who's just getting into the game. So if you're one of these people who didn't shoot handguns your entire life and, then... or if you're an older guy and looking for stuff like that, then maybe I'm the kind of channel for you. So
cool.
Come check it out.
Now, Foul Territory, it's FOWL, as in
That's
birds,
correct.
fowl, waterfowl.
Yes.
Because if it's FOUL, Foul Territory, you might find something very much different. So you don't want to go
try
there.
not to let it get on the foul side. I mean, yes, occasionally from time to time it does happen, but I discourage such activity.
Yeah, we try to have family-friendly podcasts, and curse words happen, and people get upset about things, and people express their minds on these shows. But we try to keep it so you can sit there and enjoy it with your family, enjoy it with your kids. When you're driving in the car, you can play it. It just makes the time go by. And again, that's what we're all about. And yeah, Gary, you got a great channel, so get over there and show Gary some support. So Gary, welcome back. It's good to have you here, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Good to be here.
All right, so Gary, we're going to put you on the spot. We're going to do a reverse order right now. What firearms are you guys in the market for right now? If anything at all, what are you looking for? Anybody out there watching this podcast, why don't you go and chime in and let us know what you guys are looking for, and we might just see if we can find those online and find some really good deals on them. I'll go last here. So Gary, you're on the spot. What do you think will be your next gun purchase? What are you looking at buying?
Well, I don't know that I have anything particularly in mind. I've seen some stuff that's coming up that I'm interested in. One of those things is something that CloverTax had on his channel recently, and that's that Diamondback Sidekick. That looks like something that'd be an awful lot of fun.
Yeah, so the Sidekick, if people don't know, that's your 6-shooter Western style gun, but it's also a double action, 22 LR and also 22 Magnum cylinders.
Yeah, it's not a 6-shooter from my understanding.
Oh no, it's 9.
Yeah.
9 rounds. Okay, it's 6-shooter style. Okay, Old West gun style revolver. We'll just call it that. So,
and it's got the tip out cylinder, double action, everything. Sounds like it'd be a heck of a lot of fun. But yeah, anything like that, perhaps another 380 option or something like that. I'm just kind of looking for something new to play with right at the moment. Not any one particular gun in mind, but I've got my options looking at 3 or 4 different things. So
yeah, when we go to Classic Firearms, I filter by lowest price to highest under handguns, and then that's what pops up as a lot of Heritage Rough Riders. Okay prices on them right now, but then there's a couple 380s that pop up. You got a lot of options on the low end, and if you want something to play with, or you can get something more expensive, you do whatever you want. But we'll definitely show off a few things here you might be interested in. So yeah, the Sidekicks, I wish they were just a little bit cheaper. I mean, they're $100 more than a Ruger Wrangler. I think they offer more flexibility. I'm not too worried about build quality. From what I've seen, they weigh like a pound or pound and a half. It's a very heavy revolver. It's not, it's not a lightweight, cheap feeling gun. Everybody says it's got some heft to it. Have you seen one in a store yet, or had a chance to hold one yet at all?
I have not, and I don't really even have an idea what price they're going for.
They're $325, I think, is the MSRP. So $325, $349. So hopefully you can get one for $3, which I would pay that. The one thing I would do is I don't like the grips on it. I wish they would offer just a nice traditional wood grip on it. I think it would dress it up for $300. It would feel a little more, because they just have like these inexpensive plastic grips, and that's no big deal. You can get grips for $20, and I guarantee there's going to be an aftermarket of grips for that pistol if it doesn't already follow a pattern of some other revolver right now. But I just don't like it with like the tactical, poly grips they put on it. I wish they had something a little more traditional, more Old West style, just to kind of complement the design.
Yep, definitely. Yeah.
So little chat going on out there on the YouTube side. Boat75 says M&P 10mm. Yeah, I'd love to get back into 10mm. Fluffy 10mm Jeep guy put his wish list out there. SIG 220. 10mm new M&P 2.0, 10mm Savage Impulse Predator and 308s, Henry 4570 all weather. Oh, you're speaking my language there. The Savage Impulse Predator, is that the straight pull bolt action rifle? Because I've yet to actually see one in person. I've seen some online. So AWAG, have you had a chance to check one out yet? Have you seen any in a store? I've not seen one.
Nope, I have not seen one yet.
They're out. They've been announced, I think, almost like 6 months ago or a year ago. It's just, I haven't seen one in the store. When you see them online, they're like $1,200 or $1,300. You pay MSRP for them.
Yeah, I really want one. I can't find one though.
Yeah, gotcha. All right, Night Strike, we're going to move over to you. What will be your next firearm purchase, Night Strike? What do you think?
I don't know.
What are you in the market for?
I'm kind of selling guns right now.
Oh, you are? Oh, yeah. But not to me.
No.
I'm just messing with you.
I've got some guns I'm trying to sell right now.
Okay. So if you guys are interested, and want you guys give Night Strike a holler, and you guys can chat about that on the side. And
as far as buying, if I'm gonna buy anything right now, maybe another shotgun. Because I don't have enough shotguns to call myself a FUD, so I need more.
Well, there are some fantastic prices on shotguns right now. Even like name brands, you can get good deals on Mossbergs and Remingtons and so on. But a lot of the Turkish imports, they're just like giving them away.
I did shoot my semi-auto shotgun last night.
Okay. Did you get
my shoulder hurts? My shoulder hurts, but I did shoot it.
So my stepdad has like a Hirsan MC312 variant. It's exactly identical to it, but it's a different brand. And when we've tested it, we were putting some 3-inch Magnum rounds through it. Oh my God, that thing weighs like nothing, and it's got the poly stock on it. Man, you feel it. It feels like it reminds me of shooting slug rounds through my my Mossberg A35 when I would deer hunt with slugs. Oh my God, those Hornady SST rounds, it just bucked like a mule, man.
Yeah,
I know you're thinking,
my shoulder feels
yeah,
it. My shoulder feels it.
What were you shooting? Just the 2 3/4-inch shells, or were you doing 3-inch shells through it?
2 and 3, 2 1/4 slugs.
2 3/4 or whatever. Oh, slugs. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, I gotcha.
slugs.
Yeah.
But because those were the only rounds I had that were over 1600 FPS.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. I think until you get those broken in, a lot of those, like the Typhoon shotguns, the Rock
springs
Island,
are really, really tight.
yeah, they've got super tight springs in them, and you definitely have to run a higher velocity shot shell through it, and they might not
normally
circle.
want you to use ammo that's faster than like 1450 FPS.
But I've also heard the same thing with like a Benelli M4. You've got to run a higher grade ammo through it, at least for initial break-in if you want it to cycle properly. So it's not unheard of. If the gun isn't designed with softer springs to run a 2 3/4-inch bird load, essentially, you might have to run a higher velocity round through it. But you can pick these semi-autos up for what, $125, $130?
I got mine. All in all, I got mine for $193.
Yeah, $193. And I mean, I don't know. Here locally, they have the
it was on sale for like $179
but...
or something on PSA. But I'm factoring in shipping and FFL transfer.
Sales tax, FFL transfer, all that fun stuff. So do check locally before you order anything online, because by the time you figure in shipping, if you have to pay it, FFL transfer, which is $25 to $50 for most of us, sales tax, you could just go buy it locally, maybe for the same price if you can find one. So yeah, those are cool. I'm interested. I think my next shotgun purchase, I'm currently selling a few shotguns. And when those are gone, then I'm going to pick up a Benelli M4. I'm just going to do it the right way, just be done with it.
If I'm going to get something next, I think I'm going to see if I can get an AK style shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
That'll probably be my next purchase.
Yeah, those are pretty cool. And there's a lot of different. The thing you want to watch out for is the magazine, like what standard the magazine is. Does it use like a Vepr style mag, or because if you get something unique to that certain company, if you ever have mag,
I'm going to get one that uses the normal Saiga style mags.
Yeah, that's what I would go for too. Something you can maybe even find locally, or you can find them plentifully online, because you get into proprietary, you're going to have some serious issues, which some of these use, And I like the bullpup style ones, but a lot of them just don't seem to be very reliable.
I don't want a bullpup. That's the thing. I don't want a bullpup.
I don't know if I want that going off right next to my neck. A Turkish shotgun, it's a bullpup. I just hope it doesn't have any issues, when it cycles. But yeah. So anywho, so that's it. Okay, so again, the good semi-autos, and we'll see some of those pop up here as we do a little scan through the ads to see what's for sale. And again, always taking into consideration transfers, shipping, and all that fun stuff. So, Kingpin, what are you in the market for, man? What tickles your fancy these days? What looks good? He might be working right now. So Kingpin, we'll come back to you in a little bit. Okay, you go ahead and unmute when you're ready to let us know. Defense Dad.
Yep, I just got rolling. Buddy.
What are you looking for? So you just picked up that SAR Defense Dad.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
I've got a list of 4 that I'm looking for, and then whatever I find deals on them.
Okay. So what's good?
So I want a nice 1911 in 45.
Okay.
Been really looking for a Browning buckmark. Those are hard to find.
Yeah, just to find one in stock, and especially the variant you want, because there's so many versions of them. There's so many different. I mean, they make like 100 different variants of the buckmark. Yeah.
Yep. And then I really want a PPQ Q4 match, the 4-inch version steel frame.
Mm-hmm.
And then a 357 lever action.
Okay. Ooh, yeah. And that's the other thing too, is I hope Henry gets their new factory up and running soon, their expanded factory, because Henry's have been so thin on the shelves right now. I mean, and you can find them online, but just to see one in hand, in person, to be able to handle it, look at it, and make sure you know what you're getting, and man, I'm surprised with how thin the inventory is on those. All I seem to find are just like the Golden Boys, and that's it.
Yeah, and I just don't want to spend $1,000 on one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's part of the problem too. Is you're going to pay full MSRP. I got lucky when I got a Legacy, so it's a non-side gate 3030. Mine was I think $799, and I bought it 2 years ago, just kind of right when the pandemic was kicking off, so the prices hadn't gone crazy on it. And It's got the and you've shown it off on your channel before. It's got the color case hardened finish on it. Beautiful, beautiful rifle. Octagonal barrel adds like 2 pounds to the weight of it, literally. Great guns, great, wonderful rifle. I mean, I still think your 336 has a smoother cycle than the Henry, believe it or not. But yeah, they're great guns. Definitely want to think about picking up.
Yep.
Cool. All right, man. Sounds good. Squibload, are you in the market for anything at all firearms related? Any guns you're looking for, Squib? Give him a moment to get his tab unmuted there. Okay, he might be away from the screen.
I find it totally unacceptable that a guest is not ready when the host comes to.
Don't worry about it. I figure there's lags and delays and stuff like that. So Kingpin, we'll come back to you. What are you looking for, man? You'll be happy to hear what I'm looking for. Go ahead, Kingpin.
1911 is the next gun that I'm going to buy. It's just going to add to the collection. Anywhere from 600 to say 1200 is my range, and basic range gun, nothing purpose driven or anything like that. But 1911 will be the next gun that I buy.
But you got the SR 1911, right? Because you're the reason why I bought one. You still have your SR 1911?
Yeah, I've got the Ruger, that and the Kimber Desert Warrior are my only true 1911s.
Okay, yeah. If anybody's looking for a good, now they've gone up a lot in price right now, and I paid $679 for mine, my SR 1911. But they're going to be running close to $800 or $900. Even up the MSRP on them $75 since I did my first video on the SR 1911 like 3 years ago. But Ruger SR 1911 is fantastic. I absolutely love it. Fit and finish is great. Wonderful lifetime warranty on it. I've never had any problems at all with mine. You can have problems with them. I know some people have sights that come loose on it, but Squibload has one. Defense Dad, I need to give you mine so you can take it out and shoot it. I think you'd really enjoy it. The only thing that I would like to add to mine would be a full-length guide rod. That's the only thing it doesn't have from the factory. But
you guys heard him. He said give, not loan.
I'll loan you my SR 1911 to take to the range. How's that? You gave it to me, bro. It's on the internet. It's legal now. Yeah, if you want to shoot a good one, I mean, anybody that's ever shot it is surprised with how low the recoil is and how smooth they are and how accurate they are. I can't talk enough about it. For $700, it's like, it's going to keep you out of that $1,000 range. But then again, now if I was going to go $1,000, I would probably go with the SIG. Honestly, I just think they make some sweet looking 1911s. Really, the only reason why I didn't go SIG is because they didn't offer a non-California model 1911 in full stainless with the wood grips. They only have like a two-tone, which is beautiful. I've seen those in person too. But I was looking at a few other basic ones, but I thought, no, I wanted something in stainless. I wanted the nice wood grips on it. I wanted a barbecue gun, so to speak. And I don't regret the purchase.
What's the California compliant model on a 1911 though? They're all below capacity. I don't know the difference.
Yeah.
Like, I know California has rules, but like what's not compliant on a 1911?
It has a pop-up loaded chamber indicator. It has a couple features on it that are really annoying. Plus, I don't want to support the idea of a California specific model. I know California needs their guns, but I don't want to buy into that. And so it had a couple things on it that were different. I just didn't want to mess with it.
I thought you were talking like capacity. I'm like,
no. They've got some safety features on it that are really annoying. I can't. Okay. I don't know if they all have a magazine firing safety, or like empty mag firing block on them or not. I can't remember, but real quick, New York Outcast says Travis deserves top-notch guests. That's why I don't try to join in. LOL. Outcast, you're welcome to join us anytime. Do I not include you in the emails? Because if I don't, you're about to be on the list, buddy. You just made the list. You're gonna start getting some invites here pretty soon, so be ready.
Put them on the list.
You're probably better off without him.
Dude, I love having chats with Outcast. He's such a laid-back guy. It's good. I like chatting with him, man. Anytime I've ever been hanging out with him, he's a good dose of reality. I like that. He's not afraid to make you think and Yeah,
hey, Travis, I thought of one more. If you see one in the used case, if you see a Ruger SR9, let me know.
No, that
was my first gun I sold. Standard, I never even did a video on it.
Oh wow. Okay, well, I did an SR40. I did have a Ruger 9E. I wish they still made those. Those were great. Those were great guns. They were a cheaper version of the SR9. They had one magazine, less machining on it, but they were like $200 less than an SR9. They were like $279. Yeah. And SR9s were like $450. And I bought one. That was actually what I did my first video on. If you guys ever see a Ruger 9E, just pick it up because they take SR9 mags. Great full-size handgun. Really good gun. So, yeah. Cool. All right. Squib, will come back to you. Squib, are you in the market for anything right now, firearms related? Anything you're thinking about picking up for the holidays or maybe in the future? Okay, we'll come back to him eventually. All right. AWAG, you're always looking for something new. What are you going to pick up?
Honestly, I'm not looking for any more firearms. I'm in the idea span of Night Strike. I'm trying to get rid of stuff. However, I do have a little bit of an idea to build a 1911. Oh my goodness. I can't tell you how much I don't like 45 ACP. However, I kind of want to get a really, really beat to death whatever 1911, just not Ruger. I refuse to own a Ruger.
Go through the CMP, man. That'll get you a nice beat up one that's only going to cost you $1,000.
No, I mean I want something that's like
my window.
Production, beat to death, because essentially I'm going to sandblast it, put a new slide on it, and make it look nice.
Okay.
But one thing I do need on said pistol is I need a lower rail. So I guess the 2011 or whatever they're called. But
yeah, 2011.
I want to have a light rail on it. But if you have one of those, you have a 45 ACP that you don't necessarily want anymore, it's for a relatively decent price that has a rail, please hit me up.
Yeah. Otherwise, look into the Rock Islands, the Rock Island TAC series or TAC Ultras. They've got rails on them, and they're
yeah. I mean, I don't want to buy something new just to.
Oh, okay. Just have to.
And
sure.
Yeah, I kind of want to get something that's already been through the ringer and really has like no value other than monetary to me.
Gotcha. It seems like a lot of us want 1911s right now. I'd buy another one if I had a chance to get one. So
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not actively looking for one. It's just one of those things that I think it would be pretty cool to have.
A lot of people want 1911s, Travis, and I'm trying to sell them.
I know you are. If anybody's in the market for 1911, AWAG, it doesn't have a rail on it. So if it had a rail, AWAG, you could chat with Night Strike about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be one that you would be willing to sandblast out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Kingpin, I'm going to put this one on you real quick. I'll give you a moment to unmute yourself. Sam of Anarchy says, does anybody have a Ruger Security 9? Great handgun, very good price, or what, like $349 maybe? Very comparable to a Glock G19 just in terms of size and capacity. Kingpin, do you still have your Security 9?
Yep, that was actually the first gun that I set out purposefully to buy. But most of the guns that I end up getting, a friend has got for sale, or I'm at the store and I'm like, hey, I'll just take that one. But the Security 9, I saw an ad for it on the YouTubes, and so that was the first gun that I set out specifically to buy. I think I ended up paying like $325 after tax and all that kind of stuff. Really, really great gun.
Would you buy it again?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. Because it's been a while now, and there's been so many $300 Poly Wonder guns that have come out since then. You know, you got the Dagger for $299, we got the Taurus G3 that's come out. I like Ruger firearms. I've owned many and never had problems at all.
I'll be back.
Okay, so Single Shot, get your wish list loaded. We're gonna come back to you in a little bit. So, all right, cool, man. Yeah, so check out
the sights on the Ruger Security 9. If you wanted to pick it apart, would probably be the place that you could pick it apart. And obviously, I mean, I guess you could pick the trigger apart, but all in all, I don't think you're making a bad decision by buying it. I think it's a really, really nice gun.
Mm-hmm.
See, and there's something about those and the SR9s. Like, they have a trigger that not everybody likes. There's no discernible break to it, so you got to do trigger control all the way back, and then it just breaks as a surprise, and I really like it.
Yeah, the SR9 trigger has a trigger that's very similar to I had the Ruger. Oh my God, I can't even think of it. The LC, it's the LC9. I've got the cheaper version of it. I can't remember the name of it now. Not the 9E, but anyway, it has the exact same trigger as the LC9 or LC92 or whatnot. And it's a great trigger. It's got kind of like a little hook on it, little dingus on it and stuff. And it's a great trigger, but it does take a little getting used to.
There's no discernible wall on it. It's got a crisp break, but you don't hit a wall. It just breaks.
You're not going to hit the Glock wall, and then it's just you know when it happens. So, but yeah, those are Security 9 trigger is really, really soft. It's really, really easy to manage. So
I get
cool.
outvoted most of the time when I say stuff like this, because generally most people like the guns, but the EC9s, the LC9s, all that by Ruger, don't bother with that stuff. Just if you're looking for a small type of polymer gun, go right to the Security 9. Now, once again, I know that mostly everybody on the panel is going to say no, the EC9 and the LCs are good guns, but my personal opinion of them is not very good.
Here, so mine was fine, and I carried one for about 3 years, an EC9. But there's some things I didn't like about it, like you've got machined in sights. So however it shoots is how it's going to shoot from the factory. You can't really do much about it. Capacity, I had to buy larger magazines to get up to like 8+1 basically. I think out of the factory it's like a 7+1 mag. I had an 8+1 mag. The weight, the size isn't much different from the Security 9. So, and price wise, EC9s were pushing around $300 when prices were up. Now, an EC9 is about $100 less than a Security 9, but your Security 9 has double the capacity, basically the same weight. EC9 has kind of a funky feel in the hand that some people may not like. So I honestly, yeah, Kingpin, if I were to do it again, I would probably go with the Security 9 over the EC9 just because now I just wanted a thin, single stack, lightweight, because I was going from a much heavier carry pistol. So that's why I went down to an EC9 and it was cheap. It was like $220 when I bought it, but it triggers great. But honestly, yeah, I would go Security 9 now if I was going to do it again, just because you have a better grip on it. Maybe not so much, for holster availability, but there's somebody out there that makes holsters for it. That's not going to be an issue. So I do agree with you completely on that.
I got the gun stop to make me a inside the waistband Kydex holster for my Security 9.
Oh, okay. I ended up buying mine from Klinger Holsters, I think, had one, or they sent me one to test. All right, single shot. You got your list ready to go? Never mind. He just dropped out. He'll be back in a second. All right, so let's catch up on the comments real quick and let's see what's going on. Night Strike's talking about some stuff that he's offering. A lot of people are mentioning that they want to go 10mm. They're interested in, maybe getting a compliment to their shield, maybe bump up to a 10. So,
looks
single
like
shot, you with us?
Scoopy's back too.
Oh, yeah, he's still here. Yeah, Squib, are you ready to let us know about your wish list?
Yeah, I got the pilot lit, so if the house doesn't explode, I'll be here.
Yeah, man, no problem. Are you thinking about picking anything up anytime soon in terms of firearms? Are you pretty happy with what you got?
2022 is probably going to be a year where I put some accessories or put some money into a couple platforms I've got.
Okay.
If I buy anything new, it's probably going to be black powder. I mean, I wouldn't rule out something if I happen to go to a gun show and I see a nice Milsurp that I've been wanting, or for some reason or another they get another batch of fill in the blank shipped into the country and they've got a fair price for them. Maybe, because I'm a Milsurp guy.
Yeah.
Anything else I would buy would be gifts for the family. If maybe I for Christmas or for a birthday, I'll buy months in advance and just let the thing gather dust in the safe. So it's not unusual in our household to have guns underneath the tree. So if somebody expressed an interest in something, or there's been plenty of stuff that's been out of stock, not necessarily a firearm, but firearm parts or things like that.
Yeah.
If something like that came back in, it's nothing to drop another upper onto a lower, and now you've got the caliber, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Lower prices are dropping, and that's a good thing. They're about half of what they were last year at this time, because last year some of these, I remember Bear Creek uppers were pushing like $400, $375 entry level when they were, $200 like 6 months before that. And PSA's prices were up too. They were up almost $100 on a bunch of their uppers too. So that was just kind of the supply demand going on at that point. In fact, I bought a complete lower with an SBA 4 on it. I think I basically could have bought the parts separately and done it myself and probably saved $50, but I wanted to lower it quickly, so I went ahead and bought it. It was not exactly what I wanted. It wasn't even like a Magpul grip on it or anything like that, but it was, prices were up. They're still up a little bit, and so we'll see that here when we get started shopping here in a moment. X Adam 1. Oh, go ahead.
I've seen the same thing with the black powder revolvers I've been looking at. The prices,
Yes.
The prices have been up because
Yeah.
the demand is there, and the ones coming into the country is not as much. They get a batch, then there's a drought, then they get a batch and there's drought. They're coming out of Italy, right?
Mhm.
So if I do make any black powder revolver purchases next year, it might just simply be based on what's available.
Man, I'll tell you what, I bought that Pieta. I was at the Pieta starter pack. I don't know if it was a Colt Navy or whatever I bought. I haven't even had a chance to really play with it. I got that on clearance at Shields. I can't remember what it was. It was like $85, and you're like, you better go buy that. And I did, and they got them back in, and now they want $325 or $315 for a black powder revolver starter pack. And I think that's just par for the course. I think you're going to find those prices all across the board now.
Yeah.
So.
And, people are going to say shortages in labor, so we're paying our people overtime or we're having to increase our wages. Okay, that's a good thing. Shortages in transportation, so transportation's costing more, or fuel.
Those are coming from Italy, though, so there could be some markup on it. Plus, Italy was closed down for like 6 months with nothing going on in their country, so there'd have been, lack inventory.
I remember being in the shipping industry before there was such a thing as a fuel surcharge, and then when fuel prices were through the roof after 9/11, they come up with a fuel surcharge. Well, when prices started to come down, the fuel surcharge didn't go away. So this is going to be a way for them to weasel cost. And I understand certain things cost more, but if you've got 1,000 or 10,000 of these things in a shipping container, divide that fuel cost by the number of, you're adding like a penny to everything. And nobody wants to admit that because that affects their bottom line. So I can understand. I'm more sympathetic to things costing more because you're paying your employees overtime or you're finally giving them a decent wage.
Yeah,
but any of the other stuff is just the same old excuses we've heard before. But you know what? Supply and demand. If I don't want it, I don't have to buy it. Nobody's putting my arm behind my back. So if I want it that bad, I'll pay the price.
Well, the real reason black powder guns are going up, right?
No.
Because they're doing everything they can to make us felons, so people are snatching them up so people can get something they can still have legally.
Well, I'll tell you, the black powder rifle prices are pretty fair. When I click on some of the links and just click on black powder, there's some great black powder rifle deals, especially now we're starting to get on we're about midway through the hunting season, so a lot of inventory is kind of sitting around and they want to move stuff out before the first of the year. And I've seen some really good prices on like CVAs and stuff like that. And the revolvers, it just blew my mind that those starter packs that I was looking at were, it's the revolver and then all the stuff you need to get started, except for the powder, obviously, and primers. But those are pushing like $300. I was like, holy crap, when did they go for that price? Even before they were like $179 or $200, and I thought, well, that's a fair price to buy into a black powder revolver. And I got mine on clearance for like $89.99. So I got lucky when I bought mine. I still need to take it out and shoot it, but still. So
yeah, you were trying to get me to buy one that night too. I probably should have.
No, I think they had 2 of them, didn't they? There was 2 left. Yeah. We'll have to take one out and play
Fun.
around with it and see if it's like maybe take it out over the holidays here and do some shooting with it. Try it out. I'm looking forward to it. Single shot.
Fun.
What's on your wish list, man?
Yeah.
What are you looking for? What are you looking for right now?
Well, I'm actually looking for 2 of them. I thought of one here just a little bit ago that I was looking for. That PCA TCR 83, 87 there with the double set triggers. That's one of them that I'm looking for. And I'm looking to get into the 10mm game. There was a new one that just came out. I think it was by Ruger. I can't remember for sure now. That I might be getting into as well. So with those 2, I think that's going to be enough. That'll probably run me pretty close to $2,300 altogether, plus all the stuff to reload and stuff for that. But those barrels are still fairly reasonable for that rifle, and you can get them 223 all the way up to 505. What is it, Jeffrey? I think it is.
When you can find them, because when I was looking on Gun Broker, I was seeing like only 1 or 2 barrels for sale, and that was it. But if you look around gun shows maybe, or really inquire around, I'm sure you can find what you want.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thinking maybe Stan might be able to give me a hand on that as well.
Might be able to find something for you. Know somebody that has one for sale. Yeah, he's got some cool vintage firearms. Yeah.
Yep.
Good. So we'll keep our eyes open. Yeah.
I've got a few of the black powder guns. I like those as well. I gotta get the other ones that I've got down in Georgia, get that back up there to the house, get them cleaned up, get them ready to use.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a lot of fun. I shot a lot of black powder rifle matches.
Mm-hmm.
Had a good time at that too.
Cool, man. Oh yeah, it's definitely fun to get into if you haven't tried it before, and especially like the revolvers are kind of a fun way to get into it. Well, at one point for not a lot of money, but all right. So Sam of Anarchy 92 says there are 2 Ruger P90s for sale.
That's true.
Oh, sorry. I think we have a little delay in our chat. They're single shot. No problem, buddy. Sam of Anarchy says there are 2 Ruger P90s in chambered in 45 ACP on Gunbroker for the buy now price of $1,000 for both. So 500 a piece. Those are solid, man. Those are the AK-47 of handguns in terms of just their robust build quality, kind of their loose tolerances, their ability to function. I love the Ruger P series. That was one of the first handguns I ever fired back in the 90s. And they made them up to like 2000 and something. I don't remember what year, but they had a long production run. They kind of modernized them and updated them as the lines went on. So look at the history of the Ruger P series handguns if you want to learn something interesting. Really good, just solid firearms. And I'm not surprised that the prices have gone up, because there was a time where you could get those for like $300, $350. Those would be pushing $500 or $600 in no time, and they already are. So no surprise. If you want a Mosin Nagant, we did check earlier over on Gunbroker. The buy-in price for a Mosin Nagant, a little beat up, numbers matching, is $475, if I'm not mistaken. $475. If you want a Mosin Sniper, which may or may not be authentic, you're looking at around $800 for one. So if there's any way you could get one that's going to be, confirmed to be authentic, that's something to think about. So if you want a Mosin Nagant, man, prices have gone up and they're going to keep going up. So it's funny is I did a video 2 years ago called "Is the Mosin Nagant worth investing in? Is it a good investment piece?" And I was watching the price trend on it, and I was like, guys, you could get one for $179, $200. You should buy a couple. And sure enough, look at that.
Travis, I got my nose in this year for a decent price.
Well, I can't remember. What was it? What'd you end up paying, or what'd you go with? Yeah,
I got my M44 for like $250.
Well, that's not bad. Yeah, you can still find some. I bought one at a gun show.
You can still find some deals, but again, you are going to pay a premium for Mosins these days.
It's fun to have one. They're fun to shoot. I really need to take mine out. Just for me, it's kind of a piece of history.
I really like mine now that I have some ammo to shoot. Right.
Yes.
I've got 3 of them. I got 2 of the rifles and 1 of the carbines.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I didn't even check the prices on M44s.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about them is they got that blasted steel butt plate.
You can get a little rubber add-on that screws onto the back of it if you want to. You can there's lots of options for it. But yeah, that's not
slips on if you don't even want to take off the butt plate.
Yeah, it just goes right over the end cap. There's a couple. I've seen a couple that use the screw to mount it on the back, and then if you just go over the back of it. For me, what I did is I actually had the ATI Monte Carlo stock for a while. I put it in that and shot it. That was nice. It had a real thick cushion on the back of it. Gives you a modern cheek weld and stuff. It was, of course, it looks like an Elmer Fudd gun because the barrel's sticking out like 4 feet off the end of the, it's like 2.5 feet of barrel coming off the end of your stock. So it kind of looked kind of cartoonish. But definitely, I'm glad I never cut it down because I thought about sporterizing it, putting it in that Monte Carlo stock. And I got a Izzy or Tula Hex 9130. So I don't remember what year it is. It's a 20s something. I've got it on my channel. You guys can check it out. So what else we got out there? Boat75 says, speaking of AKs, I've considered a new Zastava too. Yeah, the Zastavas are great now that I believe they're making them in the USA, if I'm not mistaken. Real quick here, AWAG, what are your thoughts on Zastavas now?
They're nice.
They've
always been nice. They've always been nice.
You can pay a premium for it. You can pay $1,000 for one if you want one now, right?
Yeah. Honestly, they're pretty on par with most of your other AK manufacturers out there.
And are they bringing those in as parts kits and then finishing them in the USA? Or
no, those are completed rifles that
they're made 100% here now under Zastavas.
No, they're still made in what is it, Croatia or Serbia or whatever it is.
Yugoslavs, yeah. All right, so the Zastava USA, they just set up shop here now to make it easier to import. Is that what it is?
I suppose. I don't know the ins and outs of it.
Yeah. Because we're getting a lot of companies that are doing that now just to make it easier for them to import stuff. I know like some of these companies are just setting up here so it's easier to get through the importation and stuff. So, and also manufacture them here or bringing up parts over that they can finish the guns here essentially. So I would still like to get a Wasser at some point. All I have is a AMD 83 or 93, whatever it is.
Honestly, just get like a PSA GF3. No,
True.
not a 3. Sorry, 6, 5 or 6.
GF5. Are they up to a GF6 now?
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay. Okay. We can check and see. All right. So
yeah,
guys,
get one of the latest and greatest stamped receiver PSA 7.62x39 guns. They're definitely really good guns.
Yeah. X Adam 1's chiming in out there. He's got an what do you say? A Star model BM, not that old, and a Chinese and Russian made Mosin. Yeah, those Star BMs. I wish I would have bought into those when those came out because you can still get parts for them. They're a nice little single stack 9. Oh, Ghost Tactical's out there. Good morning, Ghost. How you doing? I'm rocking the Ghost Squad love going on over here on top of the shelf. I'm gonna start cycling in some hats just for fun. So, all right. So we're gonna go ahead and get started and just do some scans and see what's going on. You guys will have to interrupt me because I'm not gonna be able to see the comments coming in. So we're gonna do this real quick. I want to share a tab with you. Now, again, I'm not endorsed by any of these places I'm about to show you, but I do like to just kind of show off what's out there because I find some great deals and I want you to also do that. So just talking about AKs and stuff right off the top, you guys go ahead and interrupt me if you want to say something because I can't see your chat. Actually, let me go back to StreamYard. So going over to gun.deals, all you basically do is type in whatever you're looking for. So when I got my Daniel Defense, I typed in there and basically found it about $400 under MSRP, found a place selling it and bought it. Bought it from, I think it's called familyfirearms.com, really cool gun store out east, down south, I should say. So PSA's got your PSAK GF3 for $599. Now, AWAG, those GF6s or 5s are pushing about $1,000, right?
Yeah, I say so. I mean, you can find them pretty much anywhere. But like most of PSA's products, they all come with 100% lifetime warranty.
Okay.
I think.
And I thought the 5s and 6s were using like an FN barrel, if I'm not mistaken, or is that not happening anymore?
Yeah, some of them are using FN hammer-forged barrels.
Cool. And we've mentioned this one at least a dozen times. The CMMG Bravo conversion kit for $174. That's a little high. We saw those for around $149 around Black Friday, I think. But if you want a nice little drop-in conversion to use your 22 LR instead of your 223 or 556, you got that as an option. I thought about buying one of these, the Grand Power Stribog or Stribogs, $699, and I think that's the Gen 2 model with an SB folding brace for $699, 8-inch barrel. I just about bought one of these instead of the PSA AKV, but I wanted the more just kind of rugged design of the AKV. I didn't want something with so much polymer on it. Not that there's anything wrong with the Grand Power, but I know some of the mags were having some issues too. So we've also got the Riley Defense Rack 47 for $744. Squib, I think your son's got a Riley Defense. Is that right? So Squib's, you can check out the Squiblo channel. He's got a little test on it also, and you can see that being shot. Those are decent. Those have a lifetime guarantee. Those are American made. Now, ammo-wise, I know we're trying to focus on the firearms today. That is high for 9mm. If you go over to AmmoSeek and type in 9mm brass, I think you can get 1,000 rounds of 9 for under $300 now. Now, granted, okay, that's $359 shipped from Borelli. That's not going to include sales tax. So maybe that's not bad. I don't know what that comes out to for a box. I know locally we're about $16.99 for a box of 50 rounds. Kind of waiting for that for those prices to drop a little bit. SDS Imports 1911 Bantam Carry B9 9mm. So, there's nothing wrong with going with the 9mm and a 1911 platform. They're smooth shooters, low recoil. For some people, capacity could be the reason why they buy because they're limited to 9 rounds on this model, maybe 9+1. You might just like the 1911 platform. You might like the grip angle better than, say, your Glock. So there's a lot of valid reasons to get yourself a 1911 and 9.
Hey, Travis.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that AK-74 in, what is that? 5.556 by 39 or something like that?
No,
it's
still
available.
It's 545 by 39.
Yeah, PSA makes an AK-74, right? Like, who would you go through for an AK-74? PSA is one of the few people where you can still get one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so PSA still makes them. In fact, they're going to start making their own 545 ammo, if I'm not mistaken. So that'll start to alleviate the ammo cost, because that eventually is going to go up higher too, if it isn't already, because the majority of our 545 is Russian imported, and you've got those blocks on it. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's the caliber that's interested me as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a very fun caliber. I shot Foose's AK-74, and it was just, oh my god, you expect so much more kick out of an AK platform, and it's not. It felt like an AR-15 when I was shooting. It actually smoother than an AR-15.
Yeah.
So Defense Dad, chime us in a little bit on this. This SAR 9mm. What's your take on it initially? What are your thoughts about it?
So far it's built pretty solid. And the one I got does not have the ugly red emblem on the
that
side.
insert on
It's
the
just
grip.
all
I was
black.
curious about that. Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's the thumb safety, but for the price, I'll deal with it. Yeah, I'm excited to go out and shoot it. I will say this: if you're thinking about buying this for a gift for somebody, if they don't have a lot of hand strength, this is a harder slide to rack than what they're probably going to want. It's got a pretty stiff spring on the coil.
So I'm going to guess that this maybe, I've read it's a little more reliable with 124 grain NATO ammo. That's kind of what the Turkish 9s are designed around because that's what they use in their military since they're a NATO ally.
Yeah, and I've been dry firing it, it had a little bit of creep with the trigger when I first got it, but it's kind of working itself out. The reason I brought up the SR9 is it was reminding me last night I was playing with it. The trigger kind of reminds me of the SR9 trigger. There's no real discernible wall; it just breaks.
Yeah, it just kind of has a light wall, and then it's going to break on you. It's unlike a Glock trigger, which is a lot more defined, a lot more crisp. I guess you could say more of a noticeable break to it. So does this come with 2 magazines?
Yep, 2 17-round magazines. Okay. Oh, wait, we're not supposed to talk about round capacity on YouTube anymore.
I don't care. I really don't even care. I don't give a damn. 17 plus 1. Now, with those mags, what other mags will it take if you can't get them from SAR?
I don't know. I think they look, and I can't. I haven't tried it. They look like my PPQ mags, but I haven't tried one of my PPQ mags in it. I know the HK mag won't work. They look like they're made by Medgar.
I was wondering about that. Who actually makes it now that SAR's in the USA, though, I'm hoping magazine availability might be a little bit easier than going through another importer like EAA or somebody, European American Arms. So yeah, I know you can buy SAR mags. They're much more plentiful now. That company has exploded in popularity. So I would imagine that, yeah, you shouldn't have too much trouble finding SAR magazines. Well, but these guys, go ahead.
The main reason I bought it is it actually has, everybody knows how much I like the VP9s, the HKs. It has the 3 different size side grip panels and 3 different size back straps. So I was curious how close those actually were as a clone to the VP9, and I got to tell you, it's pretty close.
So this one does come with those interchangeable back straps and side panels. Yours does.
Yeah,
wow.
3. Okay. They got a small, medium, and large back strap, and small, medium, and large side panels, just like what my HKs have.
I'll tell you what, if they offered that with an optics cut, that would be a huge deal breaker for a lot of people. That would, for $219 after a $30 mail-in rebate. I don't know how much longer that rebate's good for, but you guys want
the trigger's nowhere near as good as the HK. No, I won't even say that.
But for somebody who wants maybe just a range gun or something to teach somebody to shoot on, or just an inexpensive bedside gun, they claim that they test the heck out of. If you read this, it sounds like the thing is basically bomb-proof. I mean, it's unreal what they've done to actually test this gun. So we'll see how it runs for you and how well everything holds up and stuff. Do you know, does it have, is the guide rod mechanism, is it polymer or is it steel and polymer?
It looks to be all steel. I've had
metal. And like I said, I think a lot of these guns are military issue, or they're in that pedigree. So they don't really skimp on a lot of the parts. They do run in some pretty, and now there are some very awful Turkish guns out there. I'm not going to say that they're the greatest thing in the world, but for something relatively inexpensive, yeah.
Well, and it's got steel sights. They're just white dots, but I will tell you, for this price point, they're a lot better white dot sights than you get on a Taurus for the same or more money. They're actually bright. Yeah, they're bright, and I can see them.
Yeah.
So I'm
you can't get the Taurus with the Glock sights on them. That's kind of standard on one of the G3 series and G3Cs now. But still, you're going to pay for it. Another like $130 more for similar capacity and so on.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's in G2C, G3C price point, and without firing it, just holding it alone, fit and finish everything, it looks to be a better gun than my G3C is.
Yeah. Here's a little 2-for-1 kind of deal going on. If you get your Ruger AR-556, they got a package deal with a free 12-gauge shotgun. I think it's like about a $200 shotgun. But if you're looking for a Ruger AR-556, this is over on gunbuyer.com. This is $749 for the package deal. Which is pretty cool, and they do talk about what you get with it. So that's a little 2-for-1 special going on over there. So you're probably saving about $100 versus buying both of these separately, just overall in general. Because the Ruger AR-556s are a little pricey right now. They're running around $650, $700, I think. They haven't quite dropped off like a lot of other brands have. You got some OSS suppressors on sale for $5.99. H&K MP5 22LR. These are probably made by GSG for $3.95, which would be kind of a fun one to play with. Some Polymer 80 build kits going on if you're into that.
That rifle bag there, I looked at it the other day. That's like pretty nice for the price of it. I know it's not a
Savior?
gun, but
yeah, no, that's okay. That's for takedown models and AR pistols and stuff. That's $70 for that one.
Yeah, it looks
a little. That's not too bad. A little tactical, but I think it's something that would be a good maybe for transportation to keep it safe. Oh, so they do have an AR pistol in there, so we'll fit an AR pistol.
Yeah,
probably 10.5-inch barrel or shorter, depending on. And then I don't know, height of optics. That is probably not. Well, yeah, it's got some thickness. It's got some width on that top channel. That might work with that optic on there, that riser. That thing is weird. Is that like I don't even think that's even. I don't know if they just show that off just to. There's no. I don't think that magnifier is even in line with that optic, unless it's like a little peep sight style or something. Or I have no idea. I think they
slap some stuff on for the picture.
Oh, now it looks like it's the same height. That is. Oh, I wonder if they have it flipped down in the other photo. I think it's folded back in the other photo, and now it's flipped up.
I just thought for that price, it looked like a nice soft range bag, and you can haul a lot of stuff with it.
Little pouch right here, and that must be maybe what the barrel goes into, possibly, or yeah.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, I'll protect your light if you got something on the end of it. Oh wow, so that's a Savior. Oh, and you got your strap on it. Obviously, you got your backpack straps that come with it. That's cool, man. That would be great for some transportation, especially in the wintertime to keep things nice and dry. Very, very cool. I don't know if I can back out of this now. I might have to actually close the tab. So we're going to go and just stop sharing on this tab, and we'll catch up with some comments here real quick and see what's going on. Let's see here. Squibload says, I wish I had another 2 weeks before Christmas. Oh, that's the private comment. All right. Ghost is out there saying hello to people. Kevin Jung says, I just put one of my Mosins back into its original stock after being in a Monte Carlo stock for years. Looking good back in Milsurp. Yeah, I agree totally. Anybody interested in a Monte Carlo stock? Kevin, I might be interested in that. I kind of miss having one because when you take it to the range and shoot it, it's much more comfortable. So I might get a hold of you about that. We'll kind of see what the new price is versus what you want. And maybe we can do a little deal on the side here, and I'll pick that up from you. So, Kevin, why don't you go and email me at thecalibercorner@gmail.com, and we'll talk. Let's see. Gizzard Gary said he had to go. No problem, man. Head over to the daughter's house. We'll be listening in from the road. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Thanks for being here, buddy. All right, let's make sure I'm not missing any comments here. Okay, so New York Outcast says, it's a crime to gift a gun without a display. Don't become a criminal this year. Yes, make sure you go over to rnldisplays.com and get your gun display, right? Okay, now we will head over to PSA, and we're just going to see what PSA's got on sale today under their Christmas specials. Try to find some good deals here and see what we can do for you guys. Again, guys, interrupt me anytime you want. So we got the Air 15 Days of Christmas going on right now. Okay, so right out of the box, they've got a complete lower, stealth lower for $125. So these bottomed out at $109 pre-pandemic. So $125 is not bad, but this does have free shipping on it, so it's about the same price as what you would have paid if you had to pay shipping. The other one they have, this would be a better deal in my opinion, sort of. Okay, so this is their complete lower, MOE furniture on it, EPT trigger pack. One thing I'm going to say about this is that trigger pack does not like running 762x39 uppers with an enhanced firing pin. That was something that my stepdad and I have these trigger packs installed in lowers, and it won't cycle Tula even with an enhanced firing pin. So they must have a lighter spring that they use on it. I've never had a problem with the standard mil spec springs and trigger packs on a 762x39 upper with an enhanced firing pin. So if you're going to go with an EPT, just be forewarned, depending on what you want to run it with, it may not run good with steel case ammo, depending on what you want to cycle through it. That could be an issue with say you want to turn that into a PCC or something or whatever, or an SBR. You're probably going to have some trouble with some steel case ammo with that trigger pack. Now, if that's what you're going to do, go standard Milsurp. What else do we have here? The AKV for $849. That's about what I paid for mine. Mine's got the MOE furniture on it. This is a more basic setup. Those AKVs, if you check early in the morning, there's probably a dozen different variants for sale that you can pick up. And so that's better than the $9.99 than they were charging 6 months ago. I will say that. Really can't comment on the build kit prices because I just buy complete uppers and that's it from them. $279. That seems a little high. That should be around $199 pre-pandemic. So just to give you an idea, you know what you're buying into. But check it out. You can get your $279 upper free shipping, your $125 lower for free shipping. and be in business for what, a little over $400, essentially, depending on what you want to do for optics and mags. So if you want to get an AR for under $450, and again, you will pay sales tax, but you won't pay shipping, you will pay a transfer fee. This is not a bad deal. This will get you going for about $425. So if you don't have an AR-15 yet, or you want to pick up your first one, or you're looking for one to give to somebody in the family, that'd be the way to do it.
Did you see their $5.99 AKs earlier?
Let's go back up here to the top. Yeah, it was the GF3. It was the GF3, right? Is it the GF3?
I think it's their blems, but they're down to $5.99.
That's probably one of the if not, that's probably the cheapest AK-47 you can buy in the US right now. I'm gonna guess the blemish GF3. Let's go look at them real quick. We can always come back to the deals here. Again, seeing some pretty good prices. They're the lowest they've been in a while, but not the lowest overall. Here's a mostly complete M4 minus the sights, with a G-Force shotgun, which I think is the shotgun that Night Strike has, the G-Force GF29, for $699. So that's a really good deal.
I've got a G-Force, but it's the GF1.
Okay, does yours not have the tactical stock on it and stuff?
No, it just has the regular stock, and mine's semi-automatic.
Oh, okay. Oh, is yours? Oh, this is a pump. I thought that was a semi-auto. Okay, never mind. Still, if you're gonna buy one, you're getting that shotgun for about $200. Well, they charge more for complete carbine, so $499 will get you into a 10.5-inch complete pistol. Not bad, with a carry handle and a mag. Free shipping for $499. That'd be fun to have as like a truck gun, or maybe a, like if you have a side-by-side, or you've got some ranch land you need to keep an eye on, or as a ATV rifle to take with you to go check out your land or go varmint hunting or whatnot. That'd be fun to play around with. Okay, let's go to the AKs real quick here and see what they have. We'll go back to PSA and so AK-47s. And see, the problem is sometimes those don't show up here.
It was listed on when you're doing gun.deals. Sometimes even their own links don't show on their own website.
Yeah. I think they make special deals just to make it exclusive for people that use certain websites. So yeah, because we mentioned that before. You try to find it, you can't. So I'm going to scan down the AKs real quick and see if it doesn't pop up. Oh, they're doing the matching sets again. Matching serial numbers, M4 and AK-47 for $1149. So that's for a GF3. That's a little high, but you are getting that matching set if you want it. It's kind of cool. PSA AKV with the J&L billet rail, ALG trigger, longer barrel on it. Oh, it's the rifle. It's not the pistol. Okay, so it's the rifle version of the AKV. All right, let's scan down here. Oh, this could take a little while just because of all the different models that they have. I'll just go back to gun.deals here in a second if we don't get it to pop up soon. Yeah, we'll be scanning for days. All right, let's go over to gun.deals here real quick and see if it doesn't show up. $599.
Yep.
So blemished GF3, you still get your lifetime warranty on it. 4150 steel barrel. That's if a person just wants a nice AK-47, you want something basic that's just going to run. There you go. I like that. That OD green furniture looks nice on it.
Yeah, and if you want it make more traditional, you can always swap the furniture out. Still be cheap.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You could go MOE on that for about another $100. You could change the furniture on it. So
you can put
I think somewhere on there too, they got a deal on their AKVs.
Yeah, they were doing $869 on their AKV. Let's check that real quick. Let's go to Palmetto State real quick. I just want to click on the AKVs. Can you guys see this okay? Are you seeing the PSA stuff now?
Yeah.
I never know if I switch tabs, if it keeps it going or not on the StreamYard side. All right, so $849 will get you a very basic model, $1029, $1099. Now, this has got a lot of enhancements on it. It's got the brake. It's got the cheese grater, little top portion of the handguard. It's got special furniture. It's got a fold-around brace on it. You're paying for the premium parts when you go that route, and that's pretty much par for the course. $1089 today. You got a lot of these for sale right now. Man, there was a time where you couldn't get anything. I waited about 3 months to buy mine. I got the email saying it was in stock, and then I bought it. Look at that, man. Check that out. You've got the classic with the wood furniture on it. They've got some really nice, but they've really pushed up the price point on these. But you're also getting rifles instead of pistols too, so that's the thing to remember. The black satin triangle folding pistol, some black satin wood on it. They make some neat, some really cool painted models that I've never actually seen for sale. But
actually,
on the website.
Yeah, I just saw something the other day. Travis, you're aware of the company called Nodak Spud, right?
Yes.
PSA just bought them out.
Really?
Yeah, it's on their website. You go to Nodak Spud's website. They mentioned that they're going under the H&R brand under JJE Enterprises, the company that owns PSA and a couple other companies.
Can you still buy from them? Because I wanted to buy their iron sights for my Ruger Ranch rifle because they're the only company that makes them. Okay.
But they are going to be moving some of their stuff over to PSA.
Okay. Gotcha. Then we just get into accessories. $16.99 for the mags are not bad. I can actually get these mags. I think Magpul makes a compatible mag also. I've got about 6 or 8 of these magazines. They're great. I've got smoke and gray and OD green and all black. So I've purchased all of them so far. And here's some of the models they don't have in stock. So yeah, cool. Yeah, AKBs are a great investment. They're very, very durable, very rugged. I love mine. It's great.
If you want to see it,
go ahead and do okay.
See?
Yeah. So we're moving in January. Node Expo is moving to South Carolina to join the JJE family of companies. Best known of these is PSA under the H&R brand in a relaunch of this legacy firearms name. So they're going to make H&R what? Are they going to go into ARs or what was?
I guess Nodak Spuds that makes this legacy stuff. They're going to be under the H&R brand, and I guess they're gonna. I don't know if they're going to continue doing what they're doing. But again, hey, look at that. They got bought.
Well, the thing is, H&R, they kind of float around. I had an H&R partner pump, defense that you've had one. Those were made by Eagle Arms in China. Nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's like it was built like a tank, but I think the line the name kind of gets shopped around a little bit because whoever owns it at the time is going to call it H&R because they used to make a lot of revolvers, kind of like the I'm totally drawing a blank here, like Heritage Rough Riders and stuff like that. So
right.
But yeah, I want to get those sights for my Ruger American Ranch rifle down there for the 762x39. They make a front sight and a rear iron sight for it. I want to pick those up. I think they're about $100 for the set. Might have to take off my optics. So I'm kind of doing a few more range tests with that Ruger rifle, and then I'll maybe switch over to those iron sights and play around with it. But to me, that makes it an actual ranch rifle having iron sights on a gun. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, but the fact that they're going to the H&R brand, that's very interesting. Considering what they've been doing. I mean, they get the trench gun kit. I mean, they've been doing BR 180 lowers or AR 180 lowers.
It will be interesting to see how they rebranded or what they do with it. I'm hoping they keep making these parts because I want to get those iron sights. I should probably get those ordered just in case they disappear. So
this is some of the stuff they have just on the website right now.
Yeah, very cool. Everybody says they're solid. If you buy from those guys, you're going to get good products.
I just figured I'd mention it because we were on the topic of PSA.
Oh, absolutely, dude. So. All right, let's go over to Primary Arms and see what they got for sale. I got a few more places for us to check out. I do have to basically call it a day at 9:30, but we will get through what we can and see if we can find some more deals. So defense ads always tell me to check out Primary Arms because they always got all kinds of good deals. So I go over to Primary Arms and they have complete lowers. Strip complete lowers, complete as in serialized finished. Anderson's for $39.99. And I think they're maybe doing some shipping deals right now over Primary Arms. If you spend so much, you get free shipping. So $39.99 is not bad. That's basically pre-pandemic pricing. What I've done is just kind of filter to see what they have for sale. They've got a lot of complete frames ready to go and some 80% kits ready to go. Obviously,
if you buy like 4 or 5 of those and only one transfer fee, that'd be pretty good.
This is true. Yeah, pick up about 4 of those and just pay one fee. Yeah, definitely.
Good way to do it.
Especially if that's the only way. Yeah, and then you're all set to build whatever you want, and you've got them, and you're ready. They do have complete firearms right now, which really haven't looked much at handguns, but I was just kind of scanning to see if there's any really good deals out there. Glock Blue Label, G26. I think you have to be Blue Label program. You have to be a first responder to qualify for those prices.
Yep.
Which is really, really good deals on prices, but. A lot of places are starting to get the police trade-ins now. I'm starting to notice that, like over on Sportsman's Warehouse or Sportsman's Guide, they're getting some 40 cal blocks in now. Starting to see them back for $349 again. Some M&Ps are starting to show up again, especially in 40.
That's where I got my 40.
Oh, did you go through Sportsman's Warehouse or whatever?
Yeah. I've had that for a while. Geez, the price is not bad, and those things are hardly ever used, and not used all that much. Mine was in excellent condition when I got it. Gee, box and all, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, they bottomed out at probably before the pandemic about $299 for a 40 cal and like $349 for the Glock or $249 for an M&P.
That's right.
Yeah, if you go over to Sportsman's Outdoor Superstore, and here I can show you guys what we have going on here. Let's get this window to disappear real quick. just to check it out. We don't really check out their store that often, but they used to have a lot of SIGs and stuff too. About a year ago, I'm just kicking myself for not buying from them because they had some good trade-in SIGs that were looking really nice. Now, prices on them have gone up quite a bit also. So we check out their selection. They've got G17 Gen 5 police trade-ins for $499, which is about $50 to $60 below anywhere else that I'm seeing right now. In stock, G21. This would be cool right here. I got a cousin that has one of these. Glock 21 Gen 4 in 45 for $469. That might be a bedside gun right there. That might be the one to pick up. Here's the M&P 9 full-size police trade-in for $349. And remember, parts, plentiful. Parts are relatively inexpensive for these. If you have to swap out a spring or a guide rod, it isn't going to cost you that much, to be honest with you. Gen 21, very good condition for $499 for 45 ACP. Now, they might have department markings on them. They're going to have some holster wear on them and so on. Again, as you scroll down, yeah, this one's not for sale anymore. Mosin Nagant for $159. That listing has been there for years. So I think
Snob's probably adding that Smith & Wesson to his cart right now.
I was gonna say they're exactly the 3914. That's pretty much it for trade-ins, but this kind of shows you what they used to have for sale. Yeah, 5906. Of course, those are going at $359 for one of those. I would have bought that in a heartbeat if that was for sale. But you can still get some good little police trading guns if you look around. If you want something that's obviously broken and ready to go, and you can get replacement parts for it. You know, I don't know if you have warranties on those, because I know like Smith & Wesson's a lifetime warranty. Glock is only a 5-year warranty. So your Smith & Wesson, if something happens to it, say it has a catastrophic failure or a frame crack or something, I don't know if they cover it if it was formerly a police trade-in model. I know that the warranty transfers regardless of owner, because obviously they want you to be safe. So Sam of Anarchy says, I may have asked this before, but how do you like the integral suppressed air rifles and pistols specifically, or how do you like integral suppressed AR rifles and pistols specifically in 5.56? You know, if you go that route, you're looking at your tax stamp, you're looking at a bit of a price premium, but I mean, you know, many branches of the military do use them. I would get one. I think they're pretty cool, you know, especially as like a nice all-around home defense gun. If you're going to run subsonic ammo through it and you don't have to worry about going deaf if you'd ever need to use it, that would be a good way to go. You know, you're going to pay a premium because those are not going to be cheap. But I know like Knights Armament makes them. There's a lot of companies that make the internal suppressed AR platform rifles and SBRs. So, you know, if you want to drop a couple grand and you know, otherwise, honestly, you could get yourself, we talked about this before. It doesn't have an internal suppressor built into it or integral suppressor, but get a 300 blackout pistol for, you know, $400 and then get yourself a suppressor for it and then get subsonic ammo, get yourself set up for probably about half of the cost of buying an integral suppressed AR, especially if you're gonna have to pay for a tax stamp anyway. You don't really have a choice. So you've got options. You know, you can go that route too. Granted, those are going to be shorter overall. Well, they might be kind of close. If you run an 8.5-inch 300 blackout pistol with the suppressor on it, probably be about the same as about a 16-inch internal suppressed AR-15. So I'm calling it internal. It's just easier for me to pronounce that word. So, all right, what else do we got going on here? Brownells just didn't really have any good prices, so we're not going to go over there. Midway is a little expensive right now. I'm seeing like some mid-4s on some M&Ps. Not really a whole lot going on over there. Just kind of glancing at it. You know, they say they've got the prices over at Midway. The next thing I wanted to do is kind of go along with what Gizzard Gary was asking about here. We were talking about maybe a 380 or just a nice, you know, cowboy action 22 LR revolver, right? So we're going to head on over to Classic Firearms. What I like to do at Classic is I go over there and then I bring up pistols and then I filter lowest price first. And when you do that, you've got an FMK frame that would have to be registered, obviously, but for $99, that takes Gen 3 parts. So that'd be a nice competitor to the PSA Dagger. They're very comfortable. I had an FMK 9C1G2 is what it was called, if I'm not mistaken. And it was a great pistol. Actually, my ex-wife had one. It was pink and black, and it was fun to shoot. I had just a regular one for a while and then ended up selling it. Kind of feels almost H&K-ish meets a Glock. It's a funky frame, but it's very, very comfortable to shoot. Got your Rough Riders for $123. If you could, try to get one with, you know, the Magnum cylinder if possible. Save yourself the trouble down the road. Get yourself a High Point 380 for $129.99. This was one of the top-rated pistols, one of the most underrated pistols over on the TFB TV Top 5 that they did recently. I thought that was interesting. So a lot of Heritage Rough Riders popping up, some Palmer 80 frames, got some Derringers going on for you. You know, these Rough Riders, these would be great to consider, or maybe get a Ruger Wrangler, a good way to do some shooting with the kiddos or the grandkids and not have to burn through expensive ammo. Also a single action, you kind of got to take your time a little bit. So lots of different options for grips and barrel lengths and so on. So you can really get into something good here. Phoenix Arms, Tony's has a Phoenix Arms pistol. I think he's got the kit that's got the 2 different barrels with it, if I'm not mistaken. And I've never played around with one, but for me, I had a Jimenez JA9 for years that I shot. Get yourself a Heritage Barkeep, which has a nice, almost brass finish receiver with a wood grips on it and so on for $158. That seems like a pretty good price. That's not bad. It's not bad. Got some high points for $159. I bought my dad one for Father's Day in 45 ACP, and he loves it. So here's the combo. You can get a basic Heritage Rough Rider with a 22 mag combo for $161, and you're probably looking at about $200 delivered. Otherwise, you can get a Cimarron for $161 if you just want a basic 22 LR. So again, lots of good options here. Lots of different variants of the Heritage Rough Riders are available too. I was going to see if they had anything around the $250 mark to see what's going on. Don't forget, you've always got your Taurus G3s that are generally like $299, and then there's the Toros for $349. Okay, we're going to pass on all those guys. Just don't buy a Sky CPX2. I'm sorry. I can't recommend it. And they're super cheap right now also. G3C for $231. Otherwise, you can get the Toro model that has an optics cut for about $100 more. So... oh, here we go. Is this might be, I don't know, is this what I'm thinking of? 236, guys, for that. Oh, that's Chiappa. I was thinking that this was the Diamondback. 22 LR, 22 Magnum Chiappa, single action for 236. The Diamondback is a double action, single action. So it's a little bit different, but that's something to consider. That's a nice kind of midway price point between Heritage and going with the Diamondback. So there you go. It's not bad. I didn't even realize that Chiappa made that. Don't forget, you can always get yourself a nice Kentucky pistol. California residents, this is for you. Just messing with you. Something like that, I'd almost want to just put it on display. I'd like to get that and get a matching rifle to go with it, although those Kentucky-built rifles have really gone up in price. G3C for $249. A few more Skies popping up here and there. Oh, they've got the DVG one that has the better trigger. Now, as much as I can't recommend CPX2, I would like to try the DVG one. I know some of our buddies in our gun circles have fired these before, and it's got a different trigger to it, slightly different design versus the CPX2. I've been willing to give it a try. Just to see if they can make me a believer again, because they didn't. Versa Thunders for $255. So again, you can get yourself something nice for under $300 if you just want a good pistol. It's good to see that prices have finally gone down a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and end this one. And that was pretty much about it. Like I said, if you want the cheap rifles, you know, I'm recommending going the PSA route, or maybe go the Bear Creek route. Bear Creek is going to be a little bit hit or miss Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock with quality. Again, and they even send me uppers for free to test on the channel, and I've shown the good, the bad, and the ugly with them. Overall, in general, just minor issues can be had sometimes. You want to definitely take it out and test it before you rely on it with your life, okay? But just head over to Bear Creek real quick here. Let me share the screen with you, and you guys can see this. And we'll check in with the YouTube comments and see what's going on. So hopefully this hasn't been too expensive of a episode for anybody out there watching right now. So $199. So they're making these slick-sided rear chargers without a shell deflector built into them for $200. I don't know. I'd probably want a forward assist, a traditional forward assist with a shell deflector on it, but these are some options for you. Especially if you're a lefty, they do make some left-handed models. It's interesting.
Yeah, if you're a lefty, do not get a side charger unless it's rear charger, unless you want to get in the face. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and this one without the shell deflector, that's going to make it even more likely you might get popped in the face every time you pull the trigger. So at a minimum, well, yeah, I forgot even the side chargers don't even have deflectors on them or forward assist. So these are the Gen 2 side chargers. $199 pretty much all across the board, and then you jump into $209 when you get into slightly larger barrels. I've got a 762 by 39. It's either 7.5 or 8.5 inch, and that thing throws a fireball out the front. Oh my God! Defense Dad's got some photos of it, some pics of it.
Yep.
Oh my God, that thing is it. You lose a lot of energy and velocity by doing that. But man, it's just, you want to talk about fun to shoot. I love it.
If anybody wants a plinker, they did come out with a dedicated 22 long rifle AR upper.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. Let's check that and see if they have any for sale.
Yeah.
Okay, 22 long rifle. All right,
That's
272.
one I'd like
And that, but now what are you going to use for magazines though?
You'd probably use those like the
Cmmgs.
Well, they make those conversion mags that you put inside your regular PMags, or a magwell conversion. But I mean, you're talking 260 for there, or 290 for a dedicated 22 for people who don't want to use the conversion kits.
And this is cheaper than an M&P. Now, there's a lot of people say, "Well, I would never buy something like that." Well, try this on the lower for $259 for a 10.5 inch, or $289 for a 16 inch. So for about the price of a Ruger 1022, if you're already running an AR platform, lower. Here's an option for you. Now, is that the Cmmg magazine?
Looks like it, yeah.
That says with a 10-round magazine, new. You know, that's not a bad idea. And sometimes they do free shipping, or they've got sale prices. They'll probably have some sales coming this week.
It looks like it's just set up for it. Yeah, cool.
That might be something to look into, just to play around. So you can use your favorite lower with its ergonomics that you're already used to.
Looks like it. They also do have a dedicated 9mm upper too now.
Okay, and it says here Cmmg 22 long rifle AR-15 magazine, 10 rounds. So you can get to that and that gets almost 5 stars on 8 reviews. And here's the thing about Bear Creek. Bear Creek does not delete 1-star reviews or people complaining. They chime in and say, "Hey, contact customer service and we'll take care of you." They leave, the good, the bad, and the ugly up there for reviews too. So you'll know if there's a problem that a lot of people are mentioning in recent reviews, you might want to pass at this point on buying that particular upper. Again, seems to have some pretty good. These are, again, this one says bolt firing pin. When shooting, firing pin only strikes first 3 to 4 rounds. Need to pull back bolt and start over. So response from the store: "Thank you for reaching out regarding this issue. Customer service has reached back out to you. We can look forward to hearing from you soon and making this right for you." So they do respond back to people that post 1-star reviews, never negative. And I mean, I've had my issues and contacted them, and I've been taken care of also. Granted, they send me uppers, so I don't know if I get any kind of special treatment, but I had to go through the whole return process just like anybody else on a few of my uppers that I bought. Okay, you said 9mm defense set?
Yeah, they have AR. You can see AR9 right up there. You just click on the.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong cal. Okay, so AR9 complete uppers, 274. How is that for price? 284 if you want a traditional rear charger. This would be the way I would go. Yeah.
Price wise, they're up there. They're about with like the Foxtrot mics.
Okay. So 10-inch M-lock rail upper, 10.5-inch barrel. Yeah. Then I wonder what you got to do for mags on these. Then you can get mag conversion kits also for PMags. I know that for a fact.
Right.
Or you can have a dedicated, or you can use an adapter with Glock mags, or you can use converted mags that have the 9mm followers in them and feed and so on. Here's a 16-inch for $254.
Yeah. I
mean, it's kind of overkill on the barrel length, but I wonder if you start to lose velocity at 16 inches with 9mm, just because you've already.
It's a way to not worry about having a pistol or not worrying about having to pay a tax stamp on it.
Okay, that's a good point. I forgot all about that. Yeah, 254. It's got 5 stars on 2 reviews. Just simple blowbacks. So you don't have to worry about any kind of a gas system to really clean out just the bolt itself. Rear charger. I like the rear chargers better than the side chargers personally. That's just me. So there you go. Yeah, if you got yourself a lower sitting around, get yourself a magwell adapter. Done.
JH586 was asking Travis, what do you think of Bear Creek's customer service? I guess anybody who's familiar with it.
Yeah, if you watch my videos, so when I had my problems with my 300 blackout, I just went through the regular return process. I just emailed them, and within 24 hours, I got a response from a customer service person that said, "Here's a problem I'm having. This is what's going on." They responded back and said, "Okay, sounds like it needs to come in. Give us your contact info, and we will give you a label to print off to put on your box and send it to us." So I printed off the label, slapped it on, sent it off. If you watch my videos, I think it was about a 2-week turnaround, about 3 weeks total. And they sent me back my same upper, but they had fixed the gas block. Now, here's the thing. It was just a loose gas block, and I probably could have fixed it myself. But as I've explained a billion times in the comments, I was literally in the middle of a house move at that point and didn't want to mess with it. All my stuff was packed up. I had a freaking U-Haul sitting in my driveway when I went off to film that video. I just wanted to film it because I was so excited because I just got the upper like that afternoon. And I thought, okay, I'm going to go to the range first and then I'm going to move. And it didn't work and I didn't want to mess with it. So once I got set up, I just sent it back. And they do, they also email you later on. Now, I'm going to tell you a story about my stepdad. My stepdad and I took his 762 by 39 with a 16-inch barrel rear charger to the range. And within about the first probably 15 or 20 rounds, the pin that holds the gas tube in had flown out. And the gas tube had kind of shot itself forward when we fired it. And I really didn't have a way to fix that. And I didn't want to mess with it because it's a gas system. I didn't know if I'd have a pin that would match the gas block, or maybe that gas block pin hole was out of spec. So he contacted Bear Creek. They got him a label. He got it sent off. They screwed up and they sent the upper to the wrong person. And they said, oh, well, it was delivered already. They shipped it to the wrong address. What they did, I don't know, the way I see it, they used his email address and looked for an address connected to that email address. I don't know what the deal was, but it went to the wrong house. So they managed to get it back. They reshipped it to him, and then they gave him a huge box of apology goodies in the box, all kinds of hats and gloves and stuff. A lot of stuff I'm giving away on Patreon. They gave him stickers and patches and like a cleaning mat, and they called back and apologized. They said, we deal with a lot of volume. We're sorry about that. But they never got snooty with him. They never got, pissy with him at all. They did actually work with him and get it back to him. Now, it's sad that kind of a failure had to happen because that gas tube is a critical component. The gun, it would fire, but it wouldn't cycle. And you had to manually extract the rounds, which was a pain because they weren't coming out because they weren't getting a full expansion, or the expansion was weird. So to answer the question, the customer service is fine. What I would say is take that gun out and run a couple hundred rounds through it the first time you get it to make sure it has no problems whatsoever. Because if my stepdad would have had to use this in any kind of a self-defense situation, who knows when it would have failed. And, and so those are the two problems we've had, me, the 300 blackout, and then him, the 762 by 39. But that's on probably 6 to 7 different uppers and or firearms that I've tested with Bear Creek Arsenal over the last 5 years. My original Bear Creek rifle has 0 issues at all. And I bought it, I have to go back and look, probably 2017 or so, 2018, but I put thousands of rounds through it. So if you want to avoid that altogether, just go buy PSA. I'm just going to say it right now. I've never had problems with anything from PSA. I'm not endorsed by them. I bought numerous uppers and lowers from PSA. Never had a problem. Not that they don't. Okay, but you're maybe more likely to have less issues. Now, PSA customer service, the only time I've ever had to use it, when they sent me a lower, they forgot to send me the lower with the EPT parts kit in it. So I contacted them, and within 4 weeks during heavy pandemic time, they did get me a parts kit sent out to me, and I got to keep my original parts kit. So they sent me another lower trigger group so I could install it myself. They said, if you want to send it in, we'll do it. I said, no, I'll do it myself. So they sent me the kit with an apology. So the customer service is there. You just got to be patient. This isn't Amazon. You're not going to get a 2-day turnaround on your problems. Okay, you're not going to get a new product in 2 days, right? Even I, with my ability to work with Bear Creek, couldn't get stuff that fast. I had to wait like everybody else. So when you buy these products, not to go off on a rant, but just to say, like, the customer service, that you just got to be kind of open-minded about it. You just got to kind of go with the flow and see what happens. So.
Well, and traction is going to vary on that because you've had more than I have, but I've had 2 Bear Creek uppers, not a single issue with those.
There you go.
But my one and only PSA upper, remember we had to drive the bolt back out on the first couple shots because it worked itself out. But
yeah, tight tolerances,
that's the only thing when you get at the lower end of the spectrum, there's going to be a better chance you're going to have some failures. So yeah, you got to go test them out before you're going to rely on them. Yeah,
and I mean,
because we physically had to take a rod and drive that bolt back out of mine, if you remember.
Yeah, we had to tap it out because it wouldn't go. It was stuck. We couldn't pull back on it. We didn't want to ruin the charging handle. So, just kind of keep that in mind when you buy these products. Like I said, if you don't want to have to worry about it, take that Bear Creek gun out and run 200 rounds through it. Take that PSA gun out, run 200 rounds through it. Just see if it has any issues that work themselves out. Because you might be able to run through a mag or two and not have problems. And then like 80, 100 rounds down the road, you got pins that start walking themselves out of the lower. You maybe got some gas key issues, or even, gas port issues, gas block issues that can happen. So that's why you need to just definitely test your equipment before you rely on it with your life. I always do. Clean it first and then take it out, and you should be good to go. So that's what I'm going to say. Whew, man. So Y&H says PSA spends dollars on QC. They'd rather send out something that works than deal with the flack of sending out crap. Yeah, this is true. And like I said, it took me weeks to get a reply on that lower when I this, and like this is peak pandemic time, so I get it. They were telling people, hey, there's 3 to 4 week waits on shipping and stuff. It took them about 2 weeks to get back with me, and every time I responded back, it took like another 2 weeks to get a response back. So to get that lower parts kit for my lower, it took about 6 weeks total. And I mean, I wasn't happy about it, but then I had to kind of remind myself, well, this is just not a good time to expect things to just be perfect, right? Because it wasn't at that point, because they had closed down and stuff. So yeah. Shop early, says Squiblo. There you go. That's the lesson to be learned. So guys, that's it. That's all I have for deals for today. So maybe we gave you some really good ideas, put some ideas in your head, maybe helped you add a little bit of something to my wish list and so on. I am still looking for a bedside gun, a new bedside gun. I really want to just get another Walther PDP with a 5-inch barrel, because my other one is spectacular, but I really want a CZ Shadow 2. So we'll see. I don't know. Kingpin, I got to get a CZ Shadow 2 black and blue. I really want to get one, and but I'm going to hold out here a little bit and just see how the prices look. Oh, Johnny B's out there with a super chat. He says, snap. There's Johnny B. Johnny B, thanks for chiming in, buddy. I do appreciate it. Johnny, if you want some good deals, man, go back and watch what we were talking about. We covered all kinds of different vendors and manufacturers and all kinds of goodies going on. So we talked about the good, the bad, the ugly of some of these manufacturers and so on. YNH says PSA has a lifetime warranty on their gear too. Hey, if you get a chance, go over to Johnny B's channel and make sure you subscribe. You can definitely get all the hot and spicy news that's out there, right? So anywho. All right, thanks, Johnny B. I appreciate it. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Tommy Gunn says, take the Shadow 2. It's a great gun. There you go. Guns of Barbecue will go off on a rant for you, says Burnaby Sanchez. I don't rant a lot. I don't have a lot to complain about. I'm just a easygoing person, so there you go. All right. Okay, guys, we're going to let the panel go ahead and give us their final plugs, promote their channels. So also joining us was AWAG 1000, and he's gone. So hopefully we'll have him back next week. Who else isn't with us, guys? I'm totally having a memory block here. We had AWAG in here. Who else left? I think everybody else is here that was here originally.
Yeah, Gary.
Oh, Gizzard Gary. Yeah, Gizzard Gary was with us too.
Gary
Make sure you
left,
check out Gizzard Gary's chat. What's that?
Gary left.
Gary left? Okay. Gotcha. All right, so Kingpin, we will start with you. Go and give us your final plug for the channel or anything you want to say.
He said call on him last.
No.
Call him last?
I'm good now.
Okay.
I'm good now.
Okay.
I just had a little bit of a distraction there for a second, but
No problem,
everybody, thanks for joining us. Good to see everybody. Glad I could join in today. And there's all kinds of real good people out in the side chat. DM Foss, G23, JH586. They all got great channels. Go check them out.
There you go. Exactly, man. Exactly. If you guys want to just have some entertainment, some good stuff to listen to, be part of the gun community, definitely make sure you join in. All right, Night Strike. What do you want to say before we go?
Check out guntube.org.
Absolutely. Guntube.org. They will not restrict your rights, man. Get over there and put your posts over on guntube.org. Get your videos posted over there. There's a fun little community going on. If you're a content creator, get over there and check it out. It's a good place to post your videos. And support guntube.org because it's there for us, man. Because at some point, if YouTube isn't, guntube.org will be. And make sure you don't have to wait in line. So cool. All right, Single Shot. Anything you would say before we go?
I want to say hello to Night Strike and to Kingpin, and thanks for the sub there, Night Strike. Appreciate that. And thanks for the promo, Kingpin. Appreciate that.
I thought I was subscribed to you, and it told me no. YouTube does that,
What?
I thought I was subscribed to you, and it said no.
Oh.
You know how YouTube unsubscribes you from people.
I have been. I was unsubbed from Roll Call 219, and I can't believe it. I watch his stuff all the time. You got unsubbed from him too. I didn't do it. I did not unsub it, and maybe it's because we don't. Maybe I didn't interact enough with comments, but that's happened to me. Like I'll go back and look at a channel. It's like, are they still putting out videos? And I've got an entire catalog I missed from certain channels.
You'd think being on his show every week would ensure that I was subbed to him, but no, absolutely not.
I would like to know how that happens. It's got to be a program glitch. I'd like to think it isn't a conspiracy, but it's kind of odd that you and I both got unsubbed from a channel that we watch on a regular basis and comment on.
They've been pulling all kinds of strange crap here lately. But anyway, I'd like to say everybody have a great weekend. I'm getting rained on pretty heavily here. I'm east of Cleveland now, almost over into Pennsylvania. So take care. I did post some new videos on my channel, so swing by, take a look at them. Drop a comment or two. Sub if you're not. And take care, everybody. God bless. America moves by truck.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Thank you for doing what you do, Single Shot. I appreciate you working, man. It's just anytime I see somebody working, whether it's in a restaurant or a store, I'm like, I know it sounds stupid. I'm like, thank you for working today. I appreciate it as a consumer. It's nice to not have to wait. It's nice to have good customer service. I thank you for working. I know it's crazy to say that, but that's just how I feel anymore when I go into places after seeing businesses close and lines and stuff. All right, Defense Dad, anything you want to say before we go?
Oh, no, good show. That's about it.
Good. Yeah, like I said, a little bit of window shopping here and there. I still want my Shadow 2, but I still want to just see what we can get. So, all right. And Squibload in the house. Squibby, how you doing, man?
Yeah. Just put a link in the chat there. Check out Travis's B channel, Coffee, Computers, and More.
Thank you.
Yep. He's got all kinds of interesting stuff over there. I'm very supportive of having a B channel or B channels. I think it's kind of a good idea to separate some of the stuff, and it gives the viewers a little bit more variety. Maybe somebody's more interested in this. Maybe somebody's more interested in that. Maybe somebody is interested in this, and then they find out you have another channel, and then that gets them down the path of we all try to sell our addictions, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So I wanted to have something where I wouldn't bore people with coffee reviews or tech videos. So I do have a B channel called Coffee, Computers, and More. And on that channel, it's just me just talking coffee reviews, and I do some instructional tech videos. I do some mainly started up me doing like old Mac laptop reviews. I'd buy them super cheap online and then show them off if they're still usable today. So I've got some cool videos back from 2018 and 2019 that show you what a $25 used MacBook can do these days, right? So do check out that channel, and also make sure you guys check out Squibload's channel. Everybody here, subscribe to everybody. There you go. We got lots of cheap entertainment for you. So
check out Travis's latest video there over on Coffee, Computers, and More. I'm having some of that. Okay,
Heart of the Desert Coffee.
Is it pinion, or pignon?
I've heard pinion. It's not pignon because there's no accent mark over the O, so therefore it's not pignon. So if anybody pronounces it, it does not have an accent mark. If it did, because I call it pinion. Because it has, you have to have a ñ sound because of the tilde over the N. So it does have a ñ sound to it. So it is pinion coffee. Some people might call it, I mean, there might be a slight variation. What I've seen on other YouTube videos is they call it pinion. Some people might call it pinon if they don't see the tilde over the N or don't know what to do with that. So
little known fact, that's actually co-founded by Bronson Pinchot. So technically it would be Pincho. You guys are missing the silent cho at the end.
I've watched that pronunciation. That really sounds like an improper word in Spanish, a bad word in Spanish. So,
well, coming from a car guy standpoint, if you keep it up on a rack, then you've got car guy coffee because it's rack and pinion.
Oh, geez.
Pinion.
The defense dad jokes.
Pinion steering.
The bad defense dad jokes. Yeah, no, it's
defense dad jokes. You're welcome.
It's when I've done some research on it before, there's been debates over how to pronounce it. So it's kind of good having a Spanish teacher in here to help with pronunciation. But I'm enjoying some of it right now in my Yeti mug. So I'm still waiting for that durability test between the Yeti and what was the other one?
Ozark Trail?
Ozark Trail.
Yeah. My privileged Yeti mug. No, let me just say it this one time. This is the only thing Yeti I can afford, okay? That and their little cup koozies, their little insulated koozies to put your cans in or whatnot. This is the only thing Yeti I can afford. So I've got a bunch of Yeti colored mugs. It's like, for me, this is like the Fiesta ware, the multicolored plates. I've got multicolored mugs in the house. So.
Hey man, that Fiesta ware is some good stuff. And
it is. I still have it in
America.
I still have it set. I've got it in a box because I've used it so much. But Fiesta ware is amazing. And we're talking flatware right now. Oh my God. Yeah, God, let's not go down that rabbit hole. That's a whole. Next week, we're going to discuss flatware. Speaking of next week, by the way, if you've got nowhere to go, if you've got nowhere to be, if you want to hang out for like an hour, we're just going to do just an open chat from 8 to 9. I'll have no real topic there. So maybe think about some viewer Q&A. If you guys have some questions and answers, have them ready to go for next Saturday. And we'll have it will be Christmas morning. I've only got an hour before I got to make breakfast for the family. But I think we can get together and chat and talk. It'll be a little bit different setting. But so that's something to consider. If you guys want to just hang out for an hour, I'll send the links out for the panel. If you can't make it, no harm, no foul. I understand completely. But if you want to chill for an hour with us on Christmas Day, have a little Travis P11 holiday fun, little holiday cheer, you can join us. you can join us. Absolutely.
Nice.
Quick tip of the hat to Gun Channel's royalty. Mr. Knives has joined us.
Ooh, there you go. He's one of the OGs of the Gun Channel community. Mr. Knives in the house. Loves his chocolate. Yo.
I mentioned in the private chat, what's worse than a dad joke?
What's worse than a dad joke?
A defense dad joke.
Oh, a defense dad joke. Yes, this is true. This is true.
Hey, man, my theory is they're not all going to be funny. You just keep throwing them out there. Eventually, one of them's funny.
Yeah, you got to throw them out there to see what sticks on the wall.
Awesome. Oh, man. All right, homies. Okay, guys, we're going to go and let everybody go. So a little shout out to the YouTube side. Shout out to SS Spawn for being a great long-term supporter of the channel. Definitely somebody who supports the 2A community, a genuine good person. Stan, the owner of SS Pawn. And who was out there today? Sam of Anarchy, X-Adam1, Mr. Knives in the house, Burnaby Sanchez, Squiblode out there over here, Pat Hirsch. How you doing, Pat? Good to see you, buddy. New York Outcast, Kingpin over there and over here. Sophie Warren, still spamming us. Kevin June, JH586 with us right now. DM Foz in the house. What else we got here? YNH is with us. Johnny B was with us today, too. Well, joining in over there in the super chat. Squiblode out there, Warsaw Patriot. I didn't even see you, buddy. I'm sorry. You ever buy stuff from Botach or Botac? Is it Botach or Botac? They sell great quality stuff. No, but I know they do, and that might be something I need to check out, bud. Who else was out there today? Agorizer was watching. I know we got a little Ozzy Osbourne, Watt 75, Tommy Gun, Scott 79 was out there too. M. Gabriel, first person to chime in this morning. We're having a little discussion on breakfast sandwiches in the chat there. Buck is watching also today. Good stuff. Mystic Guns joining in with us. G23 in the house. Make sure you guys check out. Let's see. Rick's Life as I See It should have a show today. G23 should have a show today also. Oh, okay. G23 says, I'm not sure if I'll be doing my show today, getting ready to drive to Washington State. No problem, man. Okay. No problem. And I think we'll go ahead and leave it at that. And also Gizzard Gary. So anyway, for the panel, I just want to thank everybody for being here today. And we will be back next Saturday for a quick little holiday get-together, a little 1 hour special. We're going to get kind of festive, maybe have some eggnog. You might watch me eat breakfast. I don't know. But in the meantime, I want you guys to have fun. I want you to be safe. And as you know, we will talk to you soon.
Bye, Alicia.
Shall not be infringed.
Feliz Navidad, Alicia.